You're watching your newborn sleep peacefully, and suddenly, there it is, a tiny, perfect little smile. Parents often conclude their baby is having a sweet dream, imagining a bottle of milk or perhaps a funny noise from earlier in the day. But from a neurological standpoint, an infant in their first few weeks of life likely lacks the cognitive architecture to construct a narrative dream. A newborn has highly limited sensory input. They haven't yet built a bank of lived experiences, recognizable faces, or complex visual memories to draw from. Despite having almost no raw material to dream about, their faces constantly contort into these expressive, complicated smiles and little laughs while they sleep. Since newborns lack the life experience to fuel a dream, these expressions must be driven by a hidden, purely biomechanical process. Identifying what is actually pulling those facial muscles requires looking at a baby's sleep architecture, which differs significantly from an adult's. This timeline compares a typical adult sleep cycle to a newborn's. Notice this massive block on the infant's chart, active sleep. While their bodies rest, their internal neurological state is highly energetic, with brainwave frequencies peaking throughout. This state is a developmental precursor to REM sleep. However, instead of generating vivid storylines, the infant brain is generating raw, unorganized activity. You can spot this phase from the outside. Breathing becomes rapid, eyelids flutter, and tiny limbs start to twitch. The infant brain spends its rest period writing out a chaotic wave of intense neurological crossfire. During active sleep, the rapidly developing brain spontaneously fires off electrical signals in every direction. In this cross-section of the nervous system, spontaneous electrical charges spark in the motor cortex and travel down the brainstem. A newborn system is uninhibited, allowing these sparks to travel all the way to facial muscles around the mouth and eyes. When rogue electrical impulses strike the facial muscles, they force a sudden contraction. These contractions create the involuntary twitches, sudden laughs, and smiles parents observe. These movements are purely mechanical responses to electrical stimulation, completely detached from emotion or humor. A sleep smile is essentially the physical manifestation of raw brain data traveling through an uninhibited nervous system. Stripping away the dream myth reveals that these involuntary movements serve a vital biological purpose. Every spontaneous twitch and sudden grin acts as an internal diagnostic test for the infant's developing body. This electrical testing actively helps wire the nervous system. The brain is practicing sending signals, ensuring it can successfully command motor functions as the baby grows. These expressions are a primary positive indicator of normal, healthy neurological development. Those smiles are the visible evidence of a nervous system booting up and hardwiring itself in real time. A sleeping smile means a baby is thriving and successfully developing. Follow the parenting manual for more evidence-based parenting tips.